It's caliente in our kitchen today. We're going to be preparing for you arroz con pollo. Very delicious dish, very easy to make. And one thing I have to tell you is rice, don't be afraid of it. Mexican rice is very easy. If you know how to cook it, you will absolutely be making the best Mexican rice you have ever made. I'm going to teach my girls how to do that today. Do you know how to make Mexican rice?
I conquered Mexican rice.
Are you sure?
I did. It took me
Oh yeah.
30 times.
Went over there
And they
once.
ate each one of them. So I think I've mastered Mexican
Danielle
rice.
tried to serve her in-laws rice one time, I remember, and I remember it was the first time they were coming over for dinner, and we ended up having to throw the whole pot of rice.
She was so upset.
So for her to say she's conquered it, it's very hard to believe, but we'll take her word.
That was
gonna
a long
see.
time ago.
We're
and
gonna
I've
see.
gone to therapy since.
Very simple dish if you follow the recipe. A lot of people think rice, I have to let it boil, all this kind of stuff. If you follow the recipe, it's done. Very good, very good. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our pot ready so that we can get that oil a little heated, and so we can put our chicken in, because the first thing we're going to do is pan fry our chicken, get it started so that we can then put it in the arroz and finish cooking as the arroz cooks itself. Okay, so for this pot of rice, I'm going to do my oil. It's going to be 2 tablespoons. So can you measure out 2 tablespoons? Look, from side. Yeah, do it. You can do it. 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. All right, Diana. See, a lot of your recipes have to be from just thinking about it. You don't have to measure
You have to
it.
feel it. You have to feel the food.
Okay, and so I take that back. With rice, I do measure.
I messed it up.
Yeah, I do
Measurements are
measure.
wrong.
I do measure. Okay, so I'm gonna have Diana, and she's got some chicken here. We've got chicken legs and we've got chicken thighs.
Chicken legs.
I like to cook with the bone. It makes everything more flavorful. So she's got some chicken thighs that we're going to just cut a little smaller.
She
And
does
so-
not like touching that
Can
chicken.
you do
either.
it?
Any kind of raw meat, chicken, ground beef, it's disgusting. It feels so slimy and it is so gross. I hate to touch it. I hate for it to get under my nails.
We traded so she could cut the chicken.
We're not deboning.
Yeah,
we're
tell
just
them.
cutting it down
We're
a
not
little bit.
chopping
We're
it
not
up.
completely taking the bone off. We're just cutting it down a little bit, so it's not a big piece of meat that we're going to pan fry right here.
Let's do this.
And you want to have your oil at least on a medium high, because you want to sear this, and then you want to make sure that it cooks a little bit, so that then all you have to do is finish cooking it with the water from the rice and everything. Okay, go Diana.
So you just want me to cut around the bone?
Right, very good. But you have to touch the meat. In other words, you have to grab it. We'll wash your hands afterwards.
Okay.
There you go, girl. Ooh, there you go.
Get this.
You gotta get in there.
This time around, I obviously had to touch the chicken and get a little dirty, because the last thing I wanted was my mom to look at me and tell me I wasn't doing a good job or I wasn't cutting it right. So I really got in there and I really started slicing that slimy stuff up.
Okay, what about us?
Okay.
It's our party now.
Enough of the
Well,
chicken.
Diana gets that done, and we get the chicken in the oil. Of course, you have your vegetables. Vegetables go in this. So you're gonna cut at least maybe about 1/4 of a cup of vegetables. Bell peppers, onions, and tomatoes. What do we call that, Danielle?
The Holy Trinity.
And
The Mexican mirepoix.
mirepoix,
Look it up.
Mexican mirepoix. So you cut up some bell peppers, onions, and your tomato.
That I didn't cut
The bone.
big, huge pieces. Yeah, and this is the part with the bone in it. So
Take your tongs and put that in the oil. There you go. You can hear it searing. Can you hear it? Okay, it's going to be at a medium-high heat. Won't take very long at all.
Ooh, I feel it.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Be careful in case it splatters, because it's a little wet or something like that. Oh, Diana, you okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay, here you go, Diana. So keep an eye on our chicken if you don't mind.
what am I looking
Every now
for?
and then, you're gonna turn it.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom.
Do
Turn
we need
it
to
over.
season it or anything?
No, we're not gonna season it right now. Turn it over. As soon as this starts to brown, we're gonna add just a little bit of salt, just to coat it a little bit of salt. And that's it. The rest of it, it will season with the rice and the juices itself. You girls almost ready?
We're done.
We're done.
All right.
Get out.
Another thing I like to do when I'm cooking arroz con pollo and when I'm cooking rice, period, is I want to be prepared with my liquids.
It's the hardest part to remember.
For Stephanie,
the tricky
what,
part of
one
this
plus
recipe.
one?
Do say it again.
1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Simple. Simple. Some people can't quite get that formula and it never comes out right. Otherwise, measure it. Have it ready to go. Okay, Diana's browning the rice, the
Still
chicken
needs
right
to be
here.
browned a little bit more though, right?
Put a little bit of salt on it, okay? If you want to, pour the salt in the palm of your hand.
Do a pinch.
And no, a little bit more than that, because you're going to spread it around. There you go.
Like that much?
Good. Okay. And so just do all your chicken and spread it around.
She did the.
You made that look sexy.
I'm so proud of my girl.
Okay, next.
No, I just didn't even know. Anyway, so after Diana browns this chicken, we're gonna pull it off into a separate plate. Okay, because then we're gonna brown the rice in this pot.
And how brown? I mean,
I'm gonna show y'all when it's ready. I'm gonna pick up a piece and I'm gonna show y'all.
Okay.
Who made you the expert?
Is this comida caliente with Diana?
Oh,
Her
no.
mom and
Let
her
me
sister.
Let me show y'all.
She's never made this dish in her life. I never touched a chicken.
actually-
Tell me.
I made arroz con pollo, but I did not use chicken on the bone. I
well,
used
that's your
chicken
problem.
breast. And then I mixed
It's
it
all-
together.
It's a preference. You absolutely can do that. If you prefer that, you don't like dark meat, this is dark meat. Get you some chicken breast.
Well,
cut up
and
your
with
chicken breast.
the chicken breast, it's easier for people that aren't used to cooking on the bone.
You don't have to have it cooked all the way. You're just searing it. And then you're gonna finish cooking it with the liquids of the rice. It will absolutely finish cooking.
Be careful, it's starting to sizzle back up.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the fire down just a little bit. Okay, we're ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna let Stephanie step in over here because Danielle says she already knows what she's doing. Diana's cooked the chicken. I'm gonna let Stephanie cook the rice.
I think we put the rice in next, not the vegetables.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, we've
Sorry.
already got problems.
Well, all this, put it, mix it, and then the cleanup part, just, you know.
Okay, you're fired.
Okay, let me
Okay,
step
there's
in.
your spoon right there.
But this looks like it's gonna.
No,
it
no,
is.
no, it's ready to go. It's not, Steph, it's not.
okay,
Don't
okay,
give
okay.
me-
Can't be scared.
I have added 2 cups of rice here. 2 cups of rice.
Just a white
So how
rice.
much water do we need for 2 cups of rice?
2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water.
Hurry, because
One.
the rice is gonna burn. It's all on you.
4, okay. 4 cups of water is what we have right here.
I already lost. This is why my mess is up.
You're gonna burn it if you
Oh,
don't
no,
pay
yeah,
attention.
You have to stir your rice, especially
And
when
this is just like white rice, right?
turn your
Or-
fire back up to a medium
Yeah,
high.
it's just white. It's just white rice.
White rice.
White rice.
But it doesn't have to be.
It
long
works
grain.
better if it's long grain.
Okay, but it can't be brown rice, can it?
It can't be
It,
brown
it
rice.
can't be brown rice.
Brown rice
So
is
for those healthy
Long
eaters.
grain, white rice, you have to stir because if the fire is hot and the oil is hot, the rice will absolutely burn quickly. So you have to be ready. So what I like to do also, besides having my water ready to go, what else do I have ready? I've got all my spices right here so that I can put them in right. I don't have to leave and go to the pantry and come back and get my spices. I like to have everything ready
It's
to go.
about timing with this
It's
dish,
about
isn't it?
timing with rice. Otherwise, like I said, your rice is
Okay.
But it's very simple if you've got it.
Yeah,
Look,
it's
Not brown yet. Though.
ready to go. No stuff you have to.
Okay, I'm getting bored of this.
Next step.
Brown.
It's not brown
Would
yet.
Grandma be brown?
No, she wouldn't because it's not brown, and I know that she says.
Oh, but I see it browning.
Make it
It
sure
is
it's brown.
brown.
Make sure it's
Can
brown.
you see it browning?
Yeah, I see it browning.
Look, stir it. Look on that side. It's
I know,
browning.
I
Here,
know, I know.
get this.
See, this is just not
Here,
fun.
hold the pot. So
It's
then
still
to this,
more brown.
we're gonna go ahead and add our spices.
Okay, there.
There you go. See, it's still a little white, but it's
getting
starting to brown.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can go ahead and put the cumin on?
We're gonna start putting our spices. To me, one of the most important spices in Mexican
what happened
rice. One of the most important spices in Mexican rice is comino. To 2 cups of rice, you're gonna add 1 tablespoon of comino. A little bit more. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
now. Okay.
And then you're gonna add your garlic powder.
How much
Yeah,
garlic?
a teaspoon of garlic powder because we're also gonna add fresh garlic. And then you're gonna add your pepper.
I'm bored over here.
A
Mom.
teaspoon. You know how to do
I
it
mean,
already.
what?
You're so good at
Taking the remedial
Me
class.
too.
Here we go.
Okay, a little
I'm
salt.
left out because
Also, for now, a
salt.
teaspoon of salt.
Because the chicken's
After
already
we add the
salted.
liquids, if you need a little bit more salt, put a little bit more salt. Okay, another thing that I always put in my arroz con pollo, if you have chicken broth, use that as your water. Makes a big difference, gives it good flavor. If you don't have chicken broth, because I mean, you know, either you have to make it or you have to buy it, you can buy the chicken that is stir. You can buy
Consommee, chicken
consommee. Yes, and that's what this is.
This is like the
Bouillon.
best thing ever.
Yes. And this is 1/4 of a cup of your consommee. Okay, put it in there.
And this is just another spice.
Ready?
Right.
Get ready.
Right.
Gives it a little more chicken flavor.
Right.
But you
All
can
right.
use this for everything.
A teaspoon of fresh garlic, and you want to add that right now. You don't want it to burn, and garlic burns fast, so do that very fast. Stir.
It's not always about, you know, the way you smell in the kitchen. As long as you
Okay,
get a good
your vegetables. Add your
Get ready.
vegetables. Let them
Let's
saute
show
a little
them
bit.
what
Okay,
this rice
this is
looks
rice.
like. Look how brown it is.
See?
Perfect.
Add your vegetables. Stir, Steph. Stir.
Be
You
careful.
need to grab that spoon a little harder. Right, there you go. Profanity on the set.
It's a hot stove.
In the kitchen, profanity. I didn't even know you knew that word. Okay, add your water.
Be
Stand
careful.
back, stand back.
2 cups going in the pot.
Now, how many cups?
Oh, 4 cups! That's why you're on the side.
4 cups of water. And
Okay.
that's it. See? Everything settles down a little bit. You've got your fire now on a high because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get this really hot and bubbly. The next thing you're going to put in here is you're going to add your chicken. Put your chicken back in there.
Oh, yes.
If you don't add the chicken though, you just made a big pot of Mexican rice.
Mexican
right?
rice.
And
And
it's
you've got Mexican rice. And what does Mexican rice go with?
Everything.
Everything. We're also going to add to this 1 can of tomato sauce. 1 can of tomato sauce right there. Steph, your turn.
But look how pretty the color is.
Can you
Because
see it?
You toasted the rice, you
Yes.
added the chicken
Stir
back
it.
in.
Incorporate it.
I'm like
Steph.
this.
Yes, no, incorporate it. Incorporate it. The last thing we have is what? Corn. This is a preference. This is my preference. I love corn in my rice. Gives me a full meal. If you don't want to have anything else, guess what? You've got your starch, you've got your more starch, and then you're gonna have even more starch. What a meal!
Hey, Mom,
You're
what?
5.
Woo!
I add the liquid from the corn, not because you need more liquid, but because of the flavor that liquid has with the corn. It just gives it a little bit more flavor. Okay, Diana, just be careful, yeah, because it's gonna splatter. There you go. Steph, are you stirring?
Yes. No. All right.
Stir, Steph. Stir. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a lid on it.
Put a lid on it.
You're good. You're done.
A lid on it. On high. You see, I've covered it now. What you don't do with rice?
Open it. You bring it to a boil, cover it, and leave it alone, walk away. You
Don't.
just don't even touch
After
it.
you see
Don't
it
stir it.
boiling, and this is how you're gonna know. If you've got a glass lid, obviously you can see it's bubbling, it's bubbling. If you don't have a glass lid, you're gonna see steam coming out. What you do after that, and we're not at that point yet, you will see, because you've just added the liquid, you've just added the vegetable, your temperature has dropped. So you gotta get that temperature back up. Once you see it boiling, you take your Thermostat, you pull it down all the way to low. Do not remove the lid. If you remove the lid, you're leaving.
ruined it.
You turn it all the way down. You leave it 15 minutes.
You want to get in there and stir it and mess with it, but then you end up messing up the rice. You gotta walk
So
away.
no taste.
Did I do a good job here, or what? Do they know how to cook rice, or what?
Well, I do. I don't
15 minutes, you turn it off. You just turn it off. You do not remove the lid. Leave the lid on another 5 minutes. Don't look at your rice. It'll cook. And guess what? Look what you have when you're done.
So beautiful.
Voila! So this is a finished pot of rice. Can you see it? Voila! I love my rice. Everybody loves my rice.
This is Casa de Vara Mexican restaurant.
Get that rice out. Let us taste it.
Wait. What you want to do also, once it's done and you've taken the lid off and you look at it and it's done, okay, good. You want to take it and you want to make sure that you kind of fluff it a little bit. Fluff it a little bit. Give it a little volume. It'll just come right up like this.
Is it hair or is it rice?
Do
we need to add some
This is a very important step.
Yes, it
Why?
is.
Why?
Because otherwise it'll get mushy.
It'll get mushy. And
Okay,
so you
Diana?
get in there. Come on. Okay, so I'm gonna serve this up. We're gonna actually turn the comal on, because what goes with all Mexican food? Right over there.
Tortillas.
Tortillas! So,
Corn or flour, but we prefer flour.
corn is healthier for you. I've started eating corn because I've really needed to watch my figure.
It's not the tortillas.
Something has gone wrong with my midsection and I can't control it. My figure. Oh, great. It's, evolved.
Maybe if you stopped eating the dulce de leche by the bottle, that might help your figure.
I think it's just something that comes with age. Those older women out there who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And after I had my son, love my son, but the baby weight didn't quite come off very well. Those last few pounds I haven't been able to get rid of, and that really pisses me off. But I'm ready to get all that sucked out somehow. I don't know what to do. So I've started eating corn tortillas instead of flour tortillas. Just a few things. It's not gonna be like I'm gonna come back, with my breasts on my cheeks or anything like that, but just kind of a little toning, chopping, and I'm good to go. I don't want to lose everywhere because
You know that's a bunch of like.
It's good. I just want to lose.
I got it, Diana. I got it.
Women out there know what I'm talking about, Mom.
I think-
Y'all
yeah.
obviously look at y'all. You know what?
But that's because we work it out, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll go to a foreign country and get it sucked out over there. I've got people over there I can go stay with and stuff. It looks delicious.
It
does.
Can I get a fork?
No, you
Por
can't.
favor.
You can't have one. You have to eat it.
Tengo
with your
hambre.
number one. Here.
Oh wow.
If you don't want any chicken, you prefer a little vegetarian, look at that.
Here.
Pass
I
me that
prefer
plate.
chicken.
Okay.
Vegetarian does not mean chicken,
Here, Mom.
but good try.
Look, you've got your rice, you've got your corn. Guess what else you've got in? You've got onions, bell peppers, tomatoes. What else do you want? This is it right here. And you want a man?
This is it right here.
I
But
think
you have to
Stephanie
make sure
has-
you can cook it right.
I think Stephanie, have you mastered it, Steph?
I just did.
She's gonna get a man! Diana?
I'm gonna.
Oh,
Right here.
Danielle's already got a man,
I got
so
a
we got that
man.
covered, thank God.
Yes.
A little hot sauce on this, and you think you've just gone to Mexico heaven.
And of course, our frijoles al achado
Oh, yum.
will go really
On
nice
top
with
of
this dish.
this,
With the
That's
juice.
delicious.
Great job.
Okay, Mom.
Yay.
So, here's to you.
From our kitchen to yours.
Comida caliente.
Comida caliente.
They're so cute.